Hey everybody, how you doing? Mark here, going through the little town of Darien over here. I used to travel through this town all the time back when I worked at a factory in Walworth, and I was living in Clinton, which is back that way. That's my hometown. That's where I grew up. I'd have to come into Darien, turn up here at 140 or at 14 and head south into Walworth. Nice little town though. Definitely a farming community. You know, this is not a big hub for any type of activity. You know, you're not going to get a whole lot of dance clubs and stuff like that around here. The closest you're going to get to a dance club is a country western bar. This is a really nice ice cream shop right here on the corner though. So yeah, go there, get some ice cream, and then right here is a collectible toy store. That's kind of cool too. Okay, let's go down the downtown area. Yes, this is the downtown area. Farmer's Inn, Brick's Bar and Grill, another restaurant, Brick Hall, a fencing company. That's it. That's your downtown. Look at the big grain silos right here. They dry corn. So that gives you a little feel of a small Midwestern town. Oh, I do actually miss living in a small town like this. I really do. You know, I grew up in a town, at the time it was like 1,800 people, I think. Now it's a little over 2,000. I think where that town, the town of Clinton, is like 2,100, 2,200, something like that. Anyway, my topic for today is something that dawned on me just maybe a week ago, in that I figured out what the true meaning of life is. And I just wanted to share with you what I think it is. It is not how much you can acquire. It's not how much you are worth monetarily, or how important your job is. It's not about how many kids you have or don't have. It's not, you know, that you and your wife have been married for 50 years, although I will admit that's a pretty good one. You know, the true meaning of life, why we are put on this earth, is basically we need to learn to love. Now, I'm not talking sex love, okay? I'm not talking about that type of love. I'm talking about we need to love each other. You know, even when someone does wrong to us, yeah, we're upset that they did something wrong to us, but that doesn't mean that we stop loving them. The Bible states that you need to care for those who hate you. You know, take care of the ones who mistreat you. Pray for those that anger you. You know, we don't hate them back, and sadly that's what the world is. If someone does you wrong, then you need to get revenge, and that is not what you're supposed to do. You are supposed to make good with that person. Treat them right. Treat them respectfully, even if they don't treat you that way. I keep on hearing people all over the place, whether it be on TV, on actual TV shows, on YouTube and stuff like that, stating, you know, you need to respect me before I respect you. No, that's not the way it goes. You should be respecting everybody. You know, even if they do wrong to you, you need to respect them. You need to love them. You need to make sure that your conscience is clear. You know, if they have issues with you, then that's on them. But you don't sit there and get upset and get mad and stuff like that. You know, you don't get even. So, yeah, that's kind of my take on something that I was reading the other day, and why we are put on this earth. It's just to learn to love in a way that God loves. And I had some person say, well, God isn't love. I mean, if you read the Bible, he's always angry about stuff, and he doesn't like this and that, and you know, he doesn't like homosexuality, and he doesn't like rock and roll music, and he doesn't like this and doesn't like, yeah, okay, those are the acts that we do that he doesn't like. Okay, he doesn't like it when we get all drunk and lose control of ourselves and stuff like that. He doesn't like that. That doesn't mean that he doesn't love us. You know, and I was actually reading through the characteristics of what love is, and in the Bible it doesn't say that love doesn't get angry. No, it states that love is slow to anger, because we don't want to get upset with the person, but when the person is constantly going against God's will, then yes, then he starts getting angry with us and what we're doing, and we're not paying attention to his will, and that's the part that starts getting him upset. But he doesn't stop loving us, and that's what the meaning of life is. We need to learn how to love as God loves. Well, I just wanted to put that out there real quick. Thought that was an interesting meaning of life. This is Mark saying thanks again for watching. Always believe, guys.